And there we have it. Bean says hello, everybody. Hello from me. I'm Margaret Pinard, a historical fiction and fantasy writer, and I'm here for a special sprinting stream today. So it's called March Madness, as we are in March, and it's run by Kelsey at CM Lockhart and Ash Writes Lots at same name channel. And they have been going gangbusters all month while I've been frittering here and there, hither and yon, and racking up the words. So they've been doing awesome. I have been doing other stuff, as you may know. So it is not a first Friday, it is not a final Friday, but it is basically my Friday slot. So that's where they fit me in to be part of the March Madness of writing sprint. So we've got lots of things going on at the moment. Just to sort of catch everybody up. And Bean will contribute as a reporter throughout the broadcast. I just had my second vlog, full-length vlog on my channel ever, go live on Wednesday. And it was about my recent trip. It was the bookshop tour cut. So if you're interested in bookshops and like just ogling books, check it out. The next sprint after me is, I believe, Ash at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I'm planning on going about 2.5 hours. So we'll have a little bit of break, get a stretch, get some water, take a walk, have a meal. And then if you're interested, or if this is your writing plan at the moment, you can get right back into the flow with Ash. You want to say, yep, I'm trapping the cat in this room, so he's protesting. Well, I don't want the little dogs to get him. So here we are. Let's get a little prepared here. So let's see. My setup here is going to be a timer. Boop. And a banner. And the music. This is YouTube music. It's called Subway Dreams because I don't have the cool setup that Ash and Chelsea do. So you'll be sticking with my old, me, my face, the timer. This is a SC Huston vintage timer. It's great on the screen, and the music in the background, which you can mute if you don't like. But that's how we do here. Feel free to tell me what you are working on. I was sharing a little bit on Twitter and Instagram. I could have gone. My productivity sprints are usually a mix of writing and life admin. And I was like, I still need to download tax docs. I sent a message because I couldn't log into my KDP account because I never log in to the back end. I just check reports, but to log into like tax forms, they require a one true password, one true pairing. Anyway, they would send it. So, or I wasn't getting it. Anyway, so the tax stuff is still ongoing, but I was like, I should really read the manuscript because I've done all this research and I've got all these facts and names and things swirling, and I want to move forward in that process and have this book a little closer to reality. So I'm going to be reading the manuscript that I saved onto Google Docs last November. It is 50,003 words, so I won't finish it in 2.5 hours, but I need to figure out what I can keep of it and what I will have to change, which may be a lot. So join me on this journey. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm planning on doing 25-minute sprints and 10-minute breaks, and that will give us 4 of each before we finish. So hope that works for all you guys. And thank you, Jim. Boop that like button. I just saw you finished The Eighth Life. Jim says, now I'm reading a much shorter book, Martian Diaries, a follow-up to War of the World. Oh, okay. So not The Martian, but Martian Diaries. Nice. All right. Well, I'll be reading my own work while you read over 100-year-old work. So I think that'll work for us both. Yeah. So I will go ahead and start the timer. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and start the timer and we'll be on our first 25-minute sprint. So good luck and see you in 25 minutes. That was Shannon's fairy cottage nature timer. Let me take that off for a second. Change it out for the next one. So I'm ready. There we go. Have a little break in the chat. Jim is correcting me here. The Martian Diaries is set in the autumn, about 15 years after the events of War of the Worlds, just before World War I, but the sequel is not by H.G. Wells, but a recent writer. Okay, that makes sense. Is it a NetGalley read? That's the other question. We picked up some more sprinters. Welcome, folks. We got a Rachel in the house, RK Stumbling Bear, how you doing? And late fall, early winter. I'm gonna guess that is the book she's reading rather than writing, but who knows? Who knows? We've got a Chelsea in the house, written in melanin. Hello, hello. Great idea. Great idea. You're making me go through my manuscript. How dare. We've got a Tremaine X-Ray X. Hello, hello. Busy day, but I've got the stream on. Happy sprinting and hit the like button. Much appreciated, friend. Thank you. So what did I discover when I went through? So I've gotten through the first 5 chapters in that 25-minute sprint. I'm just like writing, I don't know, what hits me. And what hit me was I introduced 20 characters in the first 5 chapters. So maybe tone it down a scotch. Yeah. Overall, I like the scenes that I created in terms of dropping information, but like the characters have to be cut down. I have to like zero in on stuff. So that's a good takeaway. Chelsea saying I deleted chapter 12, started over again from the beginning. Just getting into things, and my book is set in early fall. Lovely, lovely. Just giving some seasonal tastes here for people's thoughts. We've got Power Play Press, stream hopping. Say hello, hello, hello. Oh, and Rachel says it actually is what I'm currently writing. I know I read more than I write. Well, I haven't seen much on the writing front in your updates lately, but I may have been a bit behind, so I'm glad to know that you're writing. That makes me happy. And then Jim says it's not a NetGalley book, it's a Book Sirens book. Oh, so I've heard about Book Sirens from authors, but not from readers. Good to hear. H.E. Wilberson book is already out. Very cool. Very cool. So we got some sci-fi reading, and Rachel, what's Rachel writing? Sci-fi fantasy? That's gonna be my guess. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep going while I'm on this like push ahead. Hopefully do as much as I can in terms of edits. Let me change my question. Banner. So I'm very much enjoying spring. I don't know if you can see it out there. Nope, it's just a wall of light and a bag of chocolate. You can't forget the chocolate. But it's lovely here in California. It's like a cool 68 high today, and down from 75 earlier. So I was like sweating in 75 because I've acclimated to Portland apparently. But we got the seasonal question. Let's switch it up. I didn't think of these beforehand. Oh, here we go. So, if you saw this on Twitter, you already know I do. The question of the day for the next sprint is, do you have an unpopular or not well-known children's book favorite? Like, did you grow up with something that like shaped your reading taste for a decade and you loved it, but no one had ever heard of it? If so, drop it in the comments because I just found my book in the wild. I mean, there's several, there's a handful, but like my favorite book when I was like 13 or 14, just found it on a shelf. Like, whoa, no way. So we'll see if I reread it, and if that turns into a vlog, that might be fun. Rachel says, haven't done a writing wrap up for a while. I'm due for one. And yes, this project is nice. Chelsea says that weather sounds lovely. It's gloomy and rainy here. Oh, I'm sorry. Jim's got only 4 characters in his book so far, and some Martians on the way. Okay, I would consider Martians characters, so they're on the way. Got it. Leslie smooched the like button. Just popping in real quick. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Leslie's got her productivity sprints at night, like after I fall asleep. So if you're a night owl, that's where you should head. Okay, so I've got my timer queued up. But time. Yeah, good. Okay, so we'll go through our next timer here. Make sure we have the right setup. And I'll mute myself again and see you in 25 minutes. Let me make sure it's a 25 instead of 30 so I don't blow up my own timeline here. There we go. So play. There we go. It's a, what is it? Here's my list of timers. Forest Cabin in the Rain from SC Huston again. So if you want to find timers, I have a whole list, but I like this one. All right, let's get started and see you in 24-ish minutes. There we go. Welcome back. Got some new people. So, take down the banner. We had a question if anyone wanted to answer the second sprint question while I line up the new timer. Gotta change it up. At least I feel like I have to. Ooh, we got daydreaming. We've got cherry blossom. I think I'll go with Fantasy City in the Rain. Maybe? And that. Oh, how did you guys do? Okay, that's lined up. Just so I don't forget to be accountable, I didn't get as far. I only got 3 chapters, and I didn't even finish the 3rd chapter editing, but no new characters. Just a cat. Very important introduction of a cat. It was a very awkward thing, not as smooth as the first 5 chapters, but oh, and we also had our first supernatural event. So the fact that I'm converting a lot of this from historical fantasy to a historical fiction, potentially, as I look at the bigger picture, means that some of this will definitely change. But that's me. How about you? What did you guys get through? Let me catch up with the chat. Jim said, oh, wait, I missed a few here. Jim said Martians. Leslie was here. Oh, Chelsea's answer was where we left off. So, childhood favorites. I don't know if it was unpopular, but I was obsessed with Amelia Bedelia. Draw the drape, draw the curtains, whichever one. I loved Amelia Bedelia too. I think it's Miss Prindle, like the science teacher lady. I've seen people cosplay as her, and Magic Tree House for a good portion of my early reading years. Yeah, Magic Tree House are super popular. We definitely went through a lot of those at the used bookstore when I worked there. Jim is carrying on a conversation about Martians being characters but not living, and I said a character doesn't have to be living. A mountain can be a character, although a mountain sort of lives. So, yeah. We'll just hedge on that one. And I called Chelsea a youngin' because I never read those. They came after my time. So the Sacred Scribe came in, said, hey, hello, welcome. Rachel said, my laundry is done, so I now need to head home. Happy writing, reading, and doing fun things, everyone. Much appreciated. Jim's answer was, my favorite authors as a child were all quite popular. Dr. Seuss, Roald Dahl, Willard Price, that's not what I've heard of, and C.S. Lewis. I also enjoyed The White Mountains by John Christopher as a child, which I realized later was rather derivative of War of the Worlds. What is it with War of the Worlds today, Jim? It's all over. Could you be sensing that we're about to have a visitation? Are you preparing for the end? Sammy Esposito come in and said, hello. She says, I'm working on brainstorming ideas and matching some of them together for a new project. Excellent. That's a very tricky process, so I hope it's going well. Jim says, don't forget to hit the like button. It will help Margaret with the infamous YouTube algorithm. Thank you, Jim. Nicole came in to hit the like button. Nicole's bookish stuff. Hello. Self-pub with Andy came in. Hello. Here's my comment about the cat, which I was just too gleeful about. And Andy gave the like button a warm panda cuddle, which will sound odd to people who don't know Andy, but he usually makes up a new metaphor for clicking the like button each time he goes into a chat, and his nickname among some circles is Panda, which sounds like Andy. So there you go. Now all is revealed. Perfect. Oh, we like the cat in the box. That's the perfect emoji. I also came across a line that I really enjoyed in my manuscript. Kate wore a faint smirk, which Susanna interpreted as the habitual expression of a man who thought women had no brains, and he's about to be ripped to shreds. No, he's not, but she's ripping him to shreds in her head. So I enjoyed that. Andy's laughing. Appreciative. Thank you. Victoria, hello, hello. Nice to see you here. Ooh, she's got an answer to the question. There's this great picture book called A Day with No Words. It's really cute. It just came out in the last year or two. So I would say that's not a favorite from your childhood if it just came out in the last year or two. I also remember this title. It's very familiar, the title, but I can't picture the cover. Maybe it's because the authors were someone I knew. Victoria says, OMG, Frindle. Oh, Frindle is about a kid who comes up with a new name for a pen and makes it a thing. I'm thinking of Magic School Bus with Miss Frizzle. Ah, okay. Thank you for getting that straight. Yeah, I was definitely thinking of Miss Frizzle. Okay. Frindle is about a kid who comes up with a new name for a pen and makes it a thing. Speaking of, look at my really fun pen. It's a cat pen with a tail. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know about that one. That sounds like a great candidate. Mine is called The Dream of the Stone by Christina Askunis. And it's about a girl who finds a stone and realizes she needs to go into this alternate dimension to like replace it so that the world doesn't end. You know, low stakes. Victoria says, I was also a fan of The Land of Stories, which I know was supposedly popular, but I didn't know anyone who liked it. I don't know The Land of Stories. That's an interesting one. Sounds like a good title. I met one girl who loved it, but I let her borrow it and yelled at me when I asked for it back. I hope you got it back. Andy says, yes, I'm trying to come up with creative ways to hit the like button. Yeah, no hitting. No hitting here. Jim says, the Martians have landed in Kent in the book I'm reading. I mentioned John Christopher because of the coincidence. Oh, okay. All right. And he says, one time I shot cat treats through one of those tennis ball throwing machines to get cats to hit the like button as they caught cat treats. Okay. I love the cat pen, yeah. I got it at Blick Art Supplies. They have multiple branches, so you might find it. It's in Japanese, so. And I'm sorry, Chelsea, I didn't get you the picture on Instagram because chaos ensued from the roofing debacle yesterday, but it just is that gel pen. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know the brand. It's T-Y Ty. Oh, Ty. Oh, okay. Hi, Ty. I was like, it's thank you, Margaret. See, all the abbreviations got me confused. I forgot. This is your third channel name that I know of, so. Gotcha. Oh, Jim says, William Price was a Canadian writer who wrote a lot of adventures with wild animals. African adventure, Amazon adventure, South Sea adventure, etc. He died in California in 1983. Willard Price. It definitely sounds like an older generation with that name. That's cool. Did I have a wild animal book that I read? No, that would be like the DK encyclopedia type books. I think that's what we had for animal facts and stuff. Man, good question. That was a fun one. Let's see. Are we on my schedule? Just about. All right. So I have time to get a new question in there for everybody. This is definitely a selfish question because I'm here currently in my hometown and I have visited all my old haunts, almost all. So just curious about other people. Yeah, same channel, just changed the name twice. I think that's what I said. That's what I meant. Your channel name has changed and we're tracking you anyway. Okay, so I will go with this Fantasy City in the Rain 30-minute timer, and we'll rejigger it to 25 minutes. So this is also from SD Huston. I like her timers, and there's a preponderance of them on my timers list. So we'll start this for 25 minutes, and I will see you then. Happy writing or whatever you're getting done. Yay. Oh. All right. Let me line up that fourth and final sprint timer. I think it's going to be a different one. Let's see. Well, y'all report back and tell me how you did before I check in with the chat. I mean, we've got a superhero theme timer. We've also got one with crackling fireplace, which I can't play. Yeah. There's one with like mushrooms. Yeah, I like this one. We'll go with that. Okay. So, we're ready for the final sprint. We've got our last break. What do we got? So I was asking about Hometown Haunt, which sounds like a horror novel, but it's not. I've gone to Wayward Bakery in Los Osos, which I love. I've gone to Phoenix Books, which is the used bookstore where I found that childhood book, which so like freaked me out and delighted me. I don't know, whenever I come back here to San Luis Obispo, I mean, you can see there's books here as well that didn't get taken. But I like to go to the old places and, I don't know, see what's changed. I've got a whole Google map that has vanished as a category, so I see all the places that used to be there so that I know I'm not going crazy. They were actually there, Google says so. So that's helpful for sanity reasons. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, like the stream. We'd love to have you join in other sprints. I usually do a first Friday and a final Friday at basically the same time, couple hours of sprints. But this is a special sprint stream because it's for March Madness, hosted by Chelsea at CM Lockhart and Ash at Ash Writes Lots. So thank you so much to them for organizing these. They got everyone on the same page with great thumbnails. It was a very organized affair, as one would expect from that team. So yay. Let's see what our answers are. So I was asking about the hometown. And here we go. Jim's answer was, I haven't been back to my hometown in many years. I haven't been outside Georgia since 2018. 2024, so 6 years. Yeah, well, it's been a crazy time since then. I get it. And Ty says, yeah, I got stuck on Book Talk and at one point became a voice actor and narrator. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I hope that went well. I hope it was fun. I was telling Jim, it was fun to notice every time Slough, now I know how to say it, was mentioned. Twice when I was in London, I thought of Jim. Jim says, I have a sister living in Slough. I haven't seen her or my other siblings since 2016. Wow. Wow. I've gone over a year without seeing siblings, but we generally try to get together at least every other year for Christmas. In my case, it's the brother in Japan who's always, constrained. Not restrained, constrained. But we had him twice this year, once at Christmas in Hawaii when we all got together, and once because he was on paternity leave with his second child. And so he and his wife and 2 kids were able to spend over a month in California with my parents. And it just seems like that opportunity was never going to happen again. So I'm glad he jumped on it and we all got some time. Kathy, my oldest sibling, got almost a whole month, like 3 weeks. I got 1 week because I had a vacation planned, which you all have now seen, or part of. And Michelle flew out for like a weekend, so her and the boys got a weekend. So we were all there for a little bit of time, and that was lovely. Jim says, I lived in Slough for about 17 years. This year I will have lived in Tbilisi for 15 years. And if anyone is curious about Tbilisi and Georgia and the Eighth Life, which is kind of a popular, huge chunker of a book, Jim just put out a video about his review of it, which was for March of the Mammoth. So I'm definitely going to watch that soon. Here was my thing. So I did an update, you guys. I finished chapter 8 and 9 and 10, I think. So before I got sucked into a video on Twitter. And I had a couple new characters. We went to a new location. And I also had 2 characters change names, which is not optimal. It wasn't on purpose. They went from Betsy and Louise to Anna and Mary. The Victorian names. What can I do? What can I do? Chelsea's got to pop out, but thanks for the sprint. Hope everyone is productive. And remember, smash the like button. Thank you, Chelsea. Andy says, smash the like button like you're smashing an avocado for guacamole. You know, Andy, I actually spread my avocado on toast like a civilized person in Portland, especially with their avocado toast. I don't make guacamole very often. I do love it when it's good. I just don't know. I don't make it, so I don't make it good. I don't know if it's holy, but I hope it's tasty. I like that. So what Twitter video distracted me? The one by Catherine, the Duchess of Wales, I guess. I'm not sure what her title is now. But she's not Kate Middleton. That was made clear on Twitter. But yeah, she's been having health issues, and so that was like the actual video that hopefully lays to rest all the silly speculating. Andy says, outlining another YouTube video here. Nice. Chatting with Emma. Lovely. Andy says, I used to travel past Slough quite often when I commuted between London and Bristol. Oh, okay. Never been to Bristol. I will stop there. Yeah. And we're stopping there. Great. 11:45. Oh my gosh, we're bang on time for this last sprint. And we have a nice timer for you. So this is, let me see if I'm in the right place. I am not. Let's fix that. I guess I'll be above it. There we go. This one is by HK Darkwood, another great timer maker and lovely person. So we will get one last question of the day out there and be on our way. I feel pretty good about this. Dang, thank you, Chelsea and Ash, for making me do this. Once I commit, I have to do it. Let's see. Question of the day. One more about reading. It is almost the end of March. Oh. There we go. I am doing terribly on my Irish readathon reads, by the way. This Dervla Murphy is killing me. Killing me. I resorted to a Sherilyn Kenyon to get away from it. So, yeah. Okay, so 25 minutes and answer the question or work on your stuff. Get to it, and I will talk to you after 25 minutes. There we go. Yay! All right, no more magic mushrooms. We'll pop back in here. Oh, okay. So I got up to, let me stop this, because you can only take the same theme music for so long, and it's been 12 hours, so I think we're done. That was our fourth and final sprint. So how did you do? I asked if you had a reading theme. Some of us were reading for the Irish Readathon. I'm not doing very well for that. So catch up on the chat here. Um, I asked a research question that I was hoping I could get from crowdsourcing rather than looking it up. Let's see if anyone has the answer. So Andy said, I used to travel past Slough quite often when I commuted between London and Bristol. That was the last one we had. Then I put in my question. It was about the attorney-client privilege, which I'm not sure if it's called the same thing, but Jim had several answers. For my question, for the month, this March was Mammoth, so he read The Eighth Life. I think that's what it's called. I also took a look at the Irish Readathon. I'm toying with the idea of a Georgian Readathon for May. Does Georgia have a national celebration in May? Like a May 1st labor communism one, maybe? Okay, so the attorney-client privilege question, Jim obliged with, its use was firmly established in English law as early as the reign of Elizabeth I in the 16th century. Very helpful. Uh, yeah, non-expiration, but in the past. Um, No, I think Jim's got it wrapped up. The attorney-client privilege is the oldest privilege recognized by Anglo-American jurisprudence. The principles of the testimonial privilege may be traced all the way back to the Roman Republic. And either that is a very concise, cogent answer, or Jim just looked it up faster. Yes. Andy said, no, I do not have a reading theme for March and had to hop off. So said, have a great time. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Georgian Independence Day is 26th May. Why not? Pop off. Have fun with it. So I got to turn the page and I got through part of chapter 13. Anything exciting? So we had two more characters appear and more supernatural doings. And yeah, I can see the weak spots, but I can also see parts of the story that will still hold. The timeline is still like floating. So that's what I've got to get a bead on. So we will see some of you later, not Jim because it's going to be too late, but 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I believe, is in a few hours, and that it will be when Ash takes the baton and does her next sprint. So I encourage you to check that out. I've got the link to her channel in my description. As for me, if you are here for the March Madness, welcome. Nice to meet you. I usually do first and final Friday morning sprints for productivity, but normally my videos and live streams are Sundays and Wednesdays at noon Pacific, because whether I'm in Oregon or California, I'm usually in the Pacific time zone. um, but that is me, and I hope you can join me for some of those. But I'm going to put this down. I've got some more house questions to ask because there's a screen repair to be done, not on a phone, on a house. So I'm gonna have some lunch and do a little stretch. Don't forget to hydrate, stretch, get your body some attention before you get back. Oh gosh, get back to the words flowing. So I hope this is helpful for all and nice to see so many lovely faces here. Yes, too late for me indeed. So good night, Jim. I hope you have a good next read after the eighth life. I will see your video soon. And Victoria, thank you, thank you. So that's me off, everybody, and happy writing, happy reading. Lovely to be here with you all. And thank you, Chelsea and Ash, and all the other co-hosts of this write-a-thon. And let's see if there was one more thing I was going to say. It's March 22nd. Nope, I don't remember. So that will be all. Bye.